All right, we are live. I'm so excited to be here with everyone. Let's see what we're talking about today, you guys. It is really, I'm sharing the three biggest business mistakes, the three biggest mistakes that held me back for years when it came to starting my business, because I don't want you to make these mistakes. I don't want you to have to go through what I did. I want to save you the time. I want to save you the energy, the frustration, the overwhelm, not to mention the money that I spent making these mistakes. There were a lot of them, but these were the three biggest. And the reason why I am covering this today in this way is because every other little, I'll call it little mistake, fit into this umbrella. And these kinds of mistakes can cost you years. They cost me months, they cost me years of spinning my wheels, feeling very deflated and losing hope. And I don't want you to have to deal with that. That is what we are going to end so that you're not dealing with those frustrations. Super important to me that you get this content because the truth is, you deserve better. I want you to have more success than I did, faster than I did, and that's what I'm sharing with you today. So, I'm Shauna St. James. If we have not met, I have had an online business actually since 2014 when I began as an artist. And from there, I kind of shifted into, I shifted into coaching other artists how to sell their artwork online. And in that business, in that role, I've helped over 5,000 creatives and makers take their businesses, and some of them have gone from 0 to 80,000 in 6 months. Some of them have gone to earning, 0 to 5,000. Everybody had a different goal. But the point was, I was able to take them from where they were stuck and get them to where they wanted to go. And that is what everything I hear is about. Whether you're watching me on YouTube, whether you're watching me on LinkedIn, whether you're inside of one of my private Facebook groups where you guys get all kinds of goodies, bonuses, and support and encouragement, no matter where you're at, I want you to have the tools and systems and strategies that are going to save you time, energy, and money. Those are our most valuable resources. And let's face it, we're getting older, right? We're getting older. So, one of the reasons that this became so blaringly loud for me is, after I started my coaching business, these are the mistakes I made when I got started. And I was looking for another income stream. I love my coaching business. I will never leave it. It is part of my spirit. But I wanted to have another income stream while also being able to help other women and impact a bigger scale of women, not just creatives and makers, but other women who are in the same situation that I am, that I was, right? I'm a single parent, empty nester. And after basically creating my business around the life that was allowing me to be available for my kids, now they're gone. And it's time for me to get serious about catching up on having some retirement. The truth is, I didn't have any retirement because I was a stay-at-home mom for 17 years. And then after a really devastating divorce, right, then I became just being able to have what I needed to keep everything afloat. But there wasn't enough to be saving and putting things away for my future. So now here I am. I don't have a 401k, right? I don't have an IRA. I I always say my 401k and or an IRA are MIA. There's no such thing for me, right? So there's no Social Security coming. There is nothing coming in unless I create the income, right? We also, I understand how busy we are. Even if I wanted to get, quote, a second job, I don't have that much extra time. I spend a lot of time already doing my main job, right? So do you. So getting a second job or a side hustle, you're thinking, I don't have time for that. So today I'm going to show you how you can have all of these things, how you can have an online business that gives you a stream of income that actually can earn you 6 and 7 figures. And I'm going to show you how to do that by helping you, first of all, not make these 3 mistakes, because these are the mistakes that are going to cost you thousands. They cost me thousands of dollars and years of not having the results, of just continual struggle. Okay, so let's dive in, right? If you're thinking about starting a business, you could be overwhelmed. You could be looking at a situation where you are going to make the first mistake. This was the first mistake I made. Here's the deal. I didn't have a huge amount of dollars to invest in starting a business. So the first mistake I made was DIYing it. I tried to DIY my business. Huge mistake. For one thing, honestly, I got to be honest, I really thought I could do it. I'm like, I'm a smart enough person. It doesn't seem like this could be that hard. Oh my gosh. I mean, now I look back and I'm like, how dare I? Why did I think that I could accomplish that? I really don't know. I really don't know. But regardless, I think that's how most of us are, right? We know we're smart, intelligent people. We're like, yeah, this shouldn't be that difficult. I should be able to figure this out. But I'm going to kind of reframe this for you as to why it makes no sense to do it that way, and and then give you another option. Right? So here's the deal. There's so much free information online. There's so much out there. You've seen them. You've Googled the YouTubes, right? You've seen all the free challenges, the free mini courses, the free training, the free this, the free that. But here's what happens. You're getting all of your information in bits and pieces from all over, right? And not only that, when you're getting it from different perspectives, everybody has their own, I'm going to say, approach as to what worked for them. And so you're only getting a snippet of that. You're only getting one tiny portion of the big pie that actually makes something work, that actually makes the whole thing work. So another way to put it in context is, if you were going to build your dream house, would you DIY it? Would you watch, home shows? Would you pull up all the ideas that you've seen on, um, oh shoot, what am I thinking about? The DIYs on Pinterest. That's where there it goes. Like I see all these amazing ideas, and even in Facebook, they all pop up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's so cool. And you can even quote, buy your own house plans, right? Buy your own house plans. But what happens if you want to start making changes? And then, okay, let's say you do get a quote prepared set of house plans, but you're going to try to do all the work yourself to save money, right? Is it going to save you time? Absolutely not. It's going to slow you down. It's going to put you behind the game because you're not an expert. It's going to take you sometimes 10 times as long to do the same thing that, a plumber can come in and do in an hour, because they're an expert. They've been trained. That's what they do. So it wouldn't make any sense to do that. We're going to end up spending a lot of money, making mistakes, a lot of time. We're going to end up with a kitchen where the plumbing doesn't work right, or, a living room design that we love, but then we realize, well, shoot, there's no door to the dining room. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you piece it together, there are going to be things that are missing, that do not work properly. So what does it look like in your business? This is you spending hours online looking for tips and tricks and trying to piece it all together, and you don't have a complete strategy. You don't have a proven strategy or system. You don't have a proven blueprint. That's what happens. And gosh, guys, I wish I could say I hadn't made this mistake, but I did. I did. The first mistake I made was thinking, I don't own a website. Now, this, keep in mind, this is when I was first beginning, right? So I went to Square, figured out how to buy my domain. This took me weeks to figure out. And then once I got it up and going, I had some things that weren't connected right. So people weren't able to check out. And, someone would be like, I clicked on that link and it didn't go anywhere. There were all of these huge hassles. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is not worth it. For all the hours I spent, I could have paid a professional to build it for me. And it would have worked beautifully. And I would have been able to take my time and be doing other things that I liked doing better, that I was better at doing, right? I was better at creating my art. I was better at showing people how my art can help them live better lives. That's where I needed to be spending my time, not sitting in the background trying to build the machine that's going to actually, quote, sell my work. That was not the best use of my time. So if you don't have that clear plan, what happens? You go out there with your pieces of advice and your tips and tricks and all the things that you pulled together. And I've done this. I've done this, you guys. You go out there and you put all your energy, all your time, all your effort. You are doing the best you can. You are working hard and it's not working. You're not getting the sales. You're not getting the results. Or you can't get something to work on your website, or you can't choose between like, which platform should I use? What email provider should I use? What website, domain do I choose? How do I, um, oh my gosh, I could go on and on about all the things that it takes to get that set up. What if you could have something that was already built for you? Already built for you. Not for this, not for what I spent, right? I spent $5,000 when I was starting my business to have a professional build my website. What if you could have everything, not just a website? Because keep in mind, when I first started and I was thinking, okay, well, I'll just have someone build it for me. I didn't realize how many pieces went into the pie to make it all work, right? A website doesn't do you anything, doesn't do anything for you if you don't have a way to direct traffic there. And then once they get there, if you don't have a way to capture those leads, like one thing led to another. And I didn't realize that even after having a professional, quote, build the website, they hadn't built the whole house, right? I had someone build one piece of my house. I had someone build the kitchen and I was missing the bathroom, the dining room. I was missing everything else. And I didn't know it until after I'd spent all that money. And then I couldn't convert any sales off my website. And the reason why is because I didn't have all of the systems. I didn't know it. So once I figured it out, I'm like, oh, okay, I see why this isn't working. Thank goodness I didn't give up because that's what most people do. Right there at that point where they're like, well, this ain't gonna work. That was a stupid idea. It probably wasn't a stupid idea. It was probably a fantastic idea. But because you didn't kick it off with the right support and the right foundations, it fell flat. You didn't have success And so you let go of it when it was probably too soon, too early to let go of it, right? I mean, honestly, I wish I hadn't done that, but I did. And maybe all of that happened so I could share it with you today. Right? I mean, that could be the whole purpose of this. Okay, the second mistake, and here's the next level up, right? So I went from DIYing it to, oh, I see what I'm missing. I get it. Okay, I bought a course. I started investing in courses. That was my next big mistake. Huge mistake. This was actually a more costly mistake in time and money than any of the other mistakes I made. Why? Because I was purchasing courses that, they promised the world, right? And I really thought that that was all I needed. But then when I'd get in there, I'd download my PDFs and I'd get out there and I'd watch some videos and then I'd try to go do it. I'd try to go implement it. And even though I thought I was doing it, quote, right, it wasn't working. I wasn't getting the results. And because I'd bought a course, I didn't have anyone to go back to say, "Hey, did I do this right? What what did I do wrong?" I didn't have the kind of support that I needed, right? So what does this look like? Well, this is when you're all excited, you're all jazzed. You think you found the solution. You've had that feeling. You're like, "Finally. Ta-da! This is going to be it. This is going to be the magic button. This is this is it. This is my answer." I can't tell you how many times I felt that feeling and it feels so good. But then you get in there and you start getting bogged down, right? Right? And then life happens. Things start coming up. They start sucking up your time. And because you're not really getting anywhere with that content, that course, you just kind of let it go. You're not even getting the full value of what you paid for because you let yourself get off track. But there's no one there to ask questions. There's no one there to say, "Hey, did you do this? Hey, I want to remind you that if you come to a training this week, we're going to go over that." You see the difference between a course and a program or a community or having a community behind you. Personally, I like both, right? But after that initial excitement fades, if you don't have that, you just lose momentum. And then you feel even worse about yourself. Oh my gosh, you feel so bad because then all the guilt comes in and all the shame comes in. And all that does is put you deeper in the hole, right? Financially, I was deeper in the hole because I'd spent the money on what I thought was the answer. I didn't get my sales, so that was just money gone, and time, and energy, and all the emotion and confidence. You start losing confidence. When you've done that, you're like, "Well, I should have been able to do it." You lose all confidence in yourself. Has anyone been there? If you are watching this in replay, let me know if this is connecting with you. Have you made the mistake of DIYing it? Are you in the middle of that right now? Have you made the mistake of buying a course, thinking this is it? This is it. I am finally going to get where I want to go. But then you're dealing with that. uh, Okay, wait, this isn't working for me. Wait, I didn't understand that. What did they mean? And there's no one there to help you. What you really need is more than information. Information is great, but if you don't know how to apply the information properly, it doesn't work and you're stuck. And then you go into that downward spiral. But what if you had a program which includes a community and a membership, a team of people, including experts, right? That's what I've partnered with. That is the program I have partnered with actually in June. I just started this in June, you guys. I'm already seeing results. I'm learning things that honestly, in my 10 plus years of being online, I am learning things that I had never learned before. Part of it, of course, is because technology just is going at the speed of light. And this is helping me catch up. But I am learning every week in person more than once a week. It's not just once a week, it's daily. From someone who has done this, a millionaire who has done this successfully, who has opened her books, opened her doors, sits on a Zoom with you live and says, "What do you need?" "Okay, you want me to look at your videos?" "Sure, I'll look at your videos." "Oh, okay. Here's what I think is going on. Here's what I think is going wrong. Try this." We just had a session yesterday. We just had a session yesterday like that. Actually, I'm going to share my screen with you because I want you to see the difference between between having a community versus having just a course. I can actually show you both. Here, let me see if I can pull this over. I'm going to show you my whole window. Okay, so let's click here. Okay, so right here, this is our community. This is the support that comes with the training. Let's see if I can, is it gonna let me sign in? Oh, shoot, I don't think I know my, let's see if we can get, oh, yay, I did have it. Okay, so remember when I said a course? You need all the content, you need all the knowledge right here. 122 lessons in here, you guys. I still haven't quite completed, I guess I'm close to, more than half the content. You see this? YouTube training, Pinterest training, Reels training, digital mastery, how to post free ads, how to attract your customers, how to build a brand identity. You guys, was that page 2? This is all the automation. This is how to set up your social media. Here's how you're growing a following. Here's the blueprint that we follow. Okay, this is all great and dandy, right? You're like, okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, but what if I told you that it came with a website? I don't know, can I? So not only do I have the training, I have a website that's pre-built for me. I have a website this is my website that's done for me. Notice it is my URL. This isn't like other things that I have done, right? I've done other things where I was with Rodan and Fields. And so it would say, blah, 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 Rodan and Fields / Shauna, right? No, this is my own website. This is my business. And everything here was built out for me. And guess how much it costs, you guys? This website that you're looking at. It has the lead magnets. It has everything you need to be successful. This website, one time, I spent one time, you guys, $29. Do you remember me saying before how much I spent to have my website built? Yeah, $29. This website can be yours. Yeah, with everything you need that runs the machine behind it. Runs the machine behind it. Funnels. Here are your funnels. They're built. Emails, built. automations built, all done for you. You can see how that makes me like giddy, right? Now, here's the big part. We're talking about done for you, and we're talking about the course. Great. Course is there. This is the power. This is the power behind your business right here. 39 members, 37,900 members. This includes the founder, right? This includes all the leaders. There are leaders in here who are setting themselves up to help you. This is all the training. There's more training in here. So this is more live training, right? Every time we have Zooms. Look at our calendar. Look at all the training. This is live, right? You need help with tech? Tonight, you come to a tech call. Tuesday, you can come to a tech call. If for some reason you're having weird problems, here's a mentoring call. Here's another meeting. This one is going to walk us through a whole plan. We have everything we could ever want in here. Right now, we're in the middle of this. We're in a 90-day success sprint. Look what happens every single day. You have a short video training with tasks. Here's what you need to do. Here's what you need to do today. There's no way you can't be successful with this, you guys. Because this is what happens when you have a community, a program, and not just a course. This is what happens when you're not DIYing it. When you have a question, you have a problem, you have real people who are experts who will help you, who will guide you through it. Yeah. Okay. Let me, let's see. Where are we? I kind of lost my place, you guys. Okay, number 3. This was a big one. This was one of my big ones. So the number 1 mistake, right, was the DIY. The number 2 mistake was a courses, right? Whether they're free, whether they're paid, didn't matter. Here's our 3rd mistake. Not having a complete, cohesive marketing plan. And you're like, okay, Shauna, that sounds awfully, business talky. Yeah, it is. And once again, I didn't understand how important this was. I didn't even understand that I didn't understand it. That's how much I didn't understand it. That's how far off I was. So I see this all the time. Once I learned it, I was able to start helping. That's really where I was able to start helping artists, right? If you don't have a marketing plan, you are out there doing what I used to do, which is like you're just posting. It's kind of like they call it the throwing spaghetti on the wall. You're just posting and posting and posting, trying to see what will stick, trying to see what people will respond to. But if you don't have everything honed in, if you don't have the marketing plan that helps you know who your ideal customer is, that helps you know how to find them, where do they hang out, that helps you know how to craft content that's going to capture their attention, that's going to stop the scroll, that's going to help them connect with you emotionally, right? This is the sales psychology part of it. That's my expertise. This is my field. And honestly, it took me years to learn this. And it was a huge mistake that I made when I didn't put a cohesive strategy and plan together. Instead, I was piecemealing it. It's kind of like you're going on a trip, someplace you've never been to, and you don't have GPS, you don't have a map. You're like, I know where I want to go. I know that that's where I want to be. Can you imagine all the wrong turns you would make trying to get there? A lot. A lot. That's a lot of time. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of energy. This is another place that people feel like giving up. They do give up. Even when they have a marketing plan, if they've gotten it in a course and they don't have the support and guidance from people, they're not going to get the results from all of their, attempts at putting the content out there. Because if you don't have a community, if you don't have expert support, it's almost impossible to make it. It's almost impossible, right? You're spinning your wheels. You're frustrated. You don't know which direction to go. You don't know what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. You just don't know. And that comes with having a full-blown strategy that includes all of the follow-up that comes behind. A marketing plan isn't just about capturing people's attention. It takes into account the whole sales process. So when you have that, you want to make sure that you have the machine behind what's out there in front. Am I making sense here? You're going to go out there and you're going to put all this content out there. What happens when people show up at your doorstep? Do you have what you need to continue to build that relationship with them? Do you have an automated email campaign? Do you have an email list for them to go to? Do you have a lead magnet, some sort of value to offer them so that you can build that relationship with them? Because we can't expect for people to just purchase without knowing us, without knowing who we are, without knowing what we do, how we can help them, what our product is. It takes a while to learn that information. Do you have a marketing system that makes sure you cover that whole, we call it the sales path, the path to the sale that your customer is walking on, not just the very beginning? Hey, oh, it's so great to see you. What happens after that? And after that? And after that? You need to have a complete marketing strategy with automations and sales systems behind it. If you don't have that, it's okay. It's fixable. But I want you to look at wherever you're at right now in your business. Are you feeling like, I don't know what I'm going to do to make this work? I've been there. Oh my gosh, I've been there so many times. And if that's what you're feeling like, I want you to know that you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to DIY it. You don't have to do it alone with a course. You can have a community, a whole community of people who are going to help guide you and get you there. They're going to help you have the machine, all the pieces running, right? A marketing plan is you putting gas in the engine of your vehicle. The vehicle is having that machine that everything runs without you. It's the automations. It's when somebody puts their email in, right? You've created content. Your job is to get their attention. You've created content. They put their email in. Now they're in your email list. That's the most powerful marketing plan you can have right there. The first step. They're on your email list. Do you have an email campaign built out that walks them through the sales process? Helping explain answer all the questions they have. See how everything works that you're offering. If you don't have that in place, you're missing part of your marketing machine. What if you could have that already pre-built for you with a business that was proven to convert? It's already been proven to convert at 6 and 7 figures. We're not just like, oh yeah, this will help you. No, We have a system available for you that is proven exactly like it is. I just showed it to you exactly like it is. It's proven that it can generate 6 and 7 figures for you. Oh my gosh. Plus, you get someone to help you make sure you know how to quote, run the machine, right? That you know which gas to put in it, that you know where to drive it, that you know when to shift gears, that you know how every single part of the engine works so that you can take it on the racetrack and win the race. That is what happens when you have a community like the one I've partnered with. It's a digital marketing community. It is a pre-built business. I call it business in a box. It's literally like a business kit, a done for you business kit. It's not even back in the day, remember when we used to do like paint by numbers, like everything's there in the kit, but then you have to put, do it all the No, the work is all done for you. Your only job is to go show everyone how amazing it is. Literally, that's what it's like. And you do that with a 2 hour marketing system, 2 hour a day marketing system. That's your only responsibility in making this machine run. This machine is already built, it already works. You just have to know what gas to put in it. And that is what you learn inside the community. So you learn the skills to be able to go out and make this machine win the race for you, right? Your race car get across the finish line. And the finish line is whatever you want it to be. Where do you want it to be? What's your financial goal? What do you want your life to look like? Right? It's not even about the race car. It's about what's at the end of the race. What's at the top of the mountain for you, right? I grew up in the mountains. I love to hike. I'm a mountain climber. So for me, I'm seeing this as what is at the summit for me. At the top of my trail, what do I want? What do you want? And if you haven't thought about that in a while, because you've had to let those dreams go, because it hurts too much to think about them. It hurts too much to think about them and to sit with them and realize that you're not gonna make that real, that that cannot happen. Doesn't that feel horrible? That's the worst place to be. This is the way to get to the whatever it is for your summit. Do you want to travel? Have you wanted to travel the world? Do you want to be able to spoil your grandkids? Are you credit card broke? Right? Do you have major debts that need to be paid off? Are you like me? No retirement, right? No retirement, no savings. Do you need that? Is that where we need to start? Do you not have a healthcare plan that's going to support you as you age? What do you want? What do you need? Start there and then look at the solution that you can have that's already built for you. It's the most streamlined, easiest business to get started right now. Why? Because it is in high demand. It's predicted to grow into the trillions, sorry. Right now, it is already in the billions per day. This industry generates $1.7 billion a day right now, predicted to go into the trillions. There is space for you to take advantage of this opportunity, learn the skills. You're learning digital marketing skills. You're learning digital marketing skills. And if you choose to, you actually can resell the very thing that is teaching you the skills. Oh my gosh, talk about business in a box. You take the business, you take all the content and you learn while you earn. Because not only is it something that you're learning the skills, it's also a product that you can sell. You don't have to build out a product, you guys. You don't have to build out a website. That was my mistake that I made for years, right? I gave you the top 3 mistakes I made. That was the next mistake, right? I don't regret that. The truth is, having my art business, I still love creating art, but I thought I had to create all of my own products for me to have, quote, a legitimate business, when in fact, that is not true. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go because actually I have a client. Today's coaching day, love coaching day. Get to meet with my clients, hear what they've been doing, help them move forward. So I hope this has been helpful for you. 3 biggest mistakes, DIYing it. If you're just now tuning in and you missed the beginning, I want you to go back and listen to it. You can hear how I made these mistakes and why I don't want you, how you can avoid them, right? DIYing it, doing the courses, not having a complete marketing plan with the machine to back it up. 3 mistakes that will make you want to give up because you're not going to get the results. You're going to put in so much work. You're going to have invested money by that time. And then you start feeling horrible about yourself because you realize you're not where you need to be. It's really frustrating when that happens. And I've been there, I've done it before. I don't want that to be you. Don't. I just don't. All right, I'm going to let you go. I would love for you to let me know if this is something that you're interested in. The digital marketing company that I have partnered with is available to you too. Didn't even go through the results that people are getting. People are earning 6 figures. Some people are earning 6 figures in 6 months. Most people are earning 6 figures after they've been in this for a year or two. 2 hours a day to earn that. Can you fit 2 hours a day in on top of what you're already doing? Let's say you can't quit what you're doing now, right? I get that. Can you take pockets of time and fit this 2-hour workday strategy in to be able to produce and bring in 6 figures? Would that change your life? Heck, even 5 figures would change your life, right? What if you could have an extra $1,000, $2,000 a month? $2,000 a month, $24,000 a year. Would that change where you're at right now? Would that change your future? Would that change your Christmas? Yeah, it would. It's changing mine. It's changing thousands of other people. I showed you the committee, 37,000 people. We're almost at 38,000 people. So if they can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. All right, stay ready. If you want to have this information, I will make sure to send it to you. It starts with having the blueprint. The blueprint is the 5-step system. It's the exact steps that we are using, that we start with, and then you'll get all the rest of the details from there. No, of course, no obligation. If you look at it and you're like, yeah, no way, this ain't for me. That's fine. It's no problem at all. All right, I'm going to let you go. Thank you guys for being here. For those of you who are watching on other platforms, thank you for being here. Please put your comments in, put your questions in, and I will be sure to come back and answer those for you. Take care, everyone.